There's something everyone faces at one point in life. Fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But what if I told you that fear, the one thing that holds us back from achieving our greatest potential, is actually the key to unlocking our truest selves? This is a story about my own battle with fear, a journey that transformed my life forever. It wasn't easy, and there were times I wanted to give up. But through it all, I discovered a power within me that I never knew existed. It wasn't always this way. Once I was just like you, unsure of myself, questioning my purpose. I had dreams, ambitions, and goals, but every time I took a step forward, something held me back. That something was fear. I remember the first time I felt it take hold of me, when I was about to embark on a new journey. My heart raced, my palms sweated, and doubt clouded my mind. What if I failed? What if I wasn't good enough? I had a deep, constant fear of not being able to succeed. I felt like a failure before I even began. But then one day something clicked. I realized that I had two choices. I could continue to hide behind my fear, or I could face it head on and find out what I was truly capable of. I decided to choose courage over comfort. The first step was terrifying, but something inside me began to shift. With every small action I took, my fear became less intimidating. It wasn't about eliminating fear. It was about learning how to move forward in spite of it. Every time I pushed through, I felt a little stronger, a little braver, until one day, I looked back and realized I had overcome what I thought was impossible. The journey was far from smooth. There were setbacks, failures, and moments when I wanted to quit. I made mistakes. I lost confidence. But with each fall, I got back up, determined not to let fear control my life any longer. One of the hardest challenges I faced was accepting that failure didn't mean the end. It was just a part of the process. I had to reframe my mindset. Failure wasn't a reflection of my worth. It was simply a stepping stone toward growth. I learned to embrace failure, not as something to be afraid of, but as something that pushed me closer to the person I was meant to become. Then came the breakthrough. The moment I finally realized the true power of overcoming fear. It wasn't about achieving success or reaching the finish line. It was about the transformation that occurred within me. Fear had once controlled me, but now I had learned how to control it. I no longer saw it as a roadblock, but as a tool, a signpost guiding me toward growth and discovery. It wasn't the external accomplishments that mattered most. It was the internal strength I developed along the way. I became someone who could face anything, someone who could walk through fear and still move forward. Looking back, I'm grateful for every fear I faced. It shaped me, tested me, and ultimately helped me become the person I am today. Fear no longer controls my actions. It's a part of me, but it's no longer the leader of my life. And now I'm living a life I once only dreamed of. I don't live in the shadow of fear anymore. Instead, I embrace it, knowing that every time I face it, I grow stronger. I want you to know this. You are capable of overcoming your own fears. Whatever you're facing, no matter how daunting it may seem, you have the strength within you to rise above it. Fear is not something to avoid. It's something to move through. Now I want to hear from you. What fears have you faced and how did you overcome them? Share your story in the comments below. Your journey could inspire someone else to take that first step toward overcoming their own fear. And if this video has encouraged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little boost of courage today. Remember, fear is just a feeling. It doesn't define who you are. You have the power to face it, rise above it, and turn it into your greatest strength. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I believe in you, and I know you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. You've got this.